Look, if you support what Israel's doing in Gaza right now, I would just, like, my advice to you guys is just know that you never have a leg to stand on claiming to be pro-life for the rest of your life. Just saying that. If you, so it's okay to support policies.
Let's not boo our speaker,
It's okay to support a policy that is killing babies. All of a sudden, killing babies is negotiable. All right, fine.
Libertarian commentator Dave Smith took on Newsweek editor Josh Hammer at the Turning Point USA conference this weekend in a heated debate over Israel's war on Gaza. Dave told the conservative audience straight up that if they defend Israel's genocidal campaign against the Palestinian people, they can never claim again to be pro-life. Here's more of his argument and Hammer's entirely predictable response. Take a look.
After you deny the civilians food for 3 months, then you start shooting at the people who are desperately trying to get some food for them and their kids. So no, listen, I'm sorry, if you're pro-life and you say
Such a stupid argument. You should not buy this for a second.
Guys, let Dave finish his sentence.
Shut up, bro. It's not
Hamas
it's
is
a
the party
stupid
that's not
argument.
pro-life here.
It's a
Please.
stupid argument. You haven't heard the argument. What's the argument that's stupid?
Dave,
You're not pro-life if
guys.
No, what's the argument?
It's Hamas that is not
What's the
pro-life.
argument?
Hamas
You
like
just
to kill
called stupid.
people.
Dave.
Here's the argument. If you're pro-life, it's not incumbent on you to have a plan for what the mother ought to do with the baby. You just say, hey, I think this option should be off the table. I don't think you have the right to murder the baby while it's inside of you. Likewise, I'm not saying I have to have the perfect plan, but how about don't deny 1 ounce of grain for 3 months and then shoot at the poor people who are trying to get food?
Josh,
how
respond.
about you take that option off the table?
Jake, what do you make of this?
Yeah, I love it. So as one of our members said earlier in the show, like, hey, didn't you guys say all of this like years ago? Yeah, but that's okay. This is not about who gets credit. I love that Dave Smith saying it in front of a right-wing audience at Turning Point USA. By the way, they had an actual debate at Turning Point USA. So that's I take that as a positive sign. A lot of terrible speeches there, some interesting speeches there. But overall, I forget everything else. On this one, I love that they had this debate. And I love that Dave Smith won and the crowd reacted like he won. The Israeli side is in a world of trouble. They don't realize it. But specifically this point, Jordan, we've made on the Young Turks many, many times. If you're pro-life and you say, oh, Israel killed 17 to 25,000 children, and I'm not sweating it, you're not really pro-life. I mean, that's not arguable. That's just a fact. And what did the other guy say? Oh yeah, Hamas did it. That's what they always say. No, they didn't. Israel did it. They dropped 2,000-pound bombs on people and murdered their kids. They literally have a program called Where's Daddy, where they have an AI pick out a guy, and then but they don't kill him right away. They wait till he gets home, so they murder his family with him. Don't tell me Hamas did that. That's an Israeli program. Did you know, one more fact, Jordan, that now Israel has killed more people in the food distribution centers than Hamas killed civilians on October 7th? Just starving people, clearly no weapons, getting food for their kids. Israel has murdered more of those civilians than Hamas killed on October 7th on civilians. So and that's just recent. They just set up the food distribution centers, let alone the stadiums full of innocent women and children that Israel has murdered. Oh, but they hid in the population. They use human shields. All junk talking points. And I could break them down one by one. I will on human shields in a second. And if you say, oh yeah, well, how about if you're pro-choice? I'm gonna answer that too. But back to you first, Jordan.
Yeah, I gotta commend Dave Smith for not jumping across the stage and tackling Josh Hammer. I mean, it was just it's frustrating, it's aggravating, because you know you're not dealing with somebody who's willing to actually have a debate. I mean, you're saying, yeah, they had a debate, but like on that point, no, Hamas supporter, Hamas did that. Like they know deep down that's not true, but they are in a position, and their position requires them to deflect. Their position requires them to lie about it, to mislead, to distort reality. And it's, you know, when we have these conversations, when we cover these clips, these topics, these stories, my blood routinely boils. And I think it's important that we all find productive areas to channel that into. Otherwise, you'll just go insane. And I think there have been a lot of people on the left who've found themselves a little off kilter because this story is so aggravating and this genocide is so aggravating. That Where's Daddy program that you're talking about, one of a few different AI-driven instruments that have wiped out entire family bloodlines in Gaza. And they laugh about it. The sophistication isn't even there for those programs. It's just, yeah, maybe these people are affiliated with Hamas. So they don't even know. They're just wiping out entire families on the chance that someone in the family could be involved with Hamas. That recklessness has just, you see it. The maps are dystopian almost. The before and after images of different parts of Gaza, the statistics showing that nearly every hospital has at least been damaged, schools wiped out, grocery stores wiped out, all the basic core infrastructure gone. And then you see Trump talking about these things like, well, this is a bad real estate deal, which he said this morning. They gave up all that beachfront property. It just, the level of erasure and dehumanization here will make even the most calm person go insane. And then you see a clip like this where he's just dismissed, like, oh, Hamas did that. You know that's not true. And the fact that these people are in positions to continue pushing these lies with zero pushback is beyond me.
Yeah. Well, thank God the battle's been joined, and there is some pushback now from good folks on all sides. I'm going to get back to that in a second. Last couple points here. So number one, in case you're wondering, well, I mean, I've heard this human shield point a lot. Why is that garbage? Every insurgency, good or bad, you like the insurgency, you don't like the insurgency is full of angels, insurgency is full of terrorists. Every insurgency is in the population. Why? Because if they set up a military barrack, it will be immediately destroyed by the occupying force. Okay, so remove Palestine and Israel because there's been so much propaganda. Just think about it from another resistance that you've heard about, another insurgency, the French resistance. Where were they? They were deeply buried in the population because they couldn't set up a military compound. If they did, the Nazis would have immediately destroyed it and killed all of them. So they logically hid in the population. So if the Nazis said, well, I mean, I killed 17,000 French children because the French resistance made me do it, would you say, attaboy, Nazis? Way to go, that makes sense. The goddamn French resistance was using human shields. Of course not, you'd have to be a monster to say that. And then they say Hamas made us do it. Okay, let's break that one down for a second. If they killed people that I cared about, American citizens, this is my country, right? I'd be furious. If you then said to me, name a group, Hamas, Al-Qaeda, Israel, whatever it might be, Israel's killing Americans right now as we speak. Last story we did, murdered 5 American citizens, no pushback at all. I mean, under Israeli logic, we get to kill all the Israelis. I mean, they're hiding behind their human shields. They killed us, we get to kill them. We get to kill 10,000 times more than they killed us. That's Israeli logic. Now, of course, we're not gonna do that because we're not monsters, right? But if you said, hey, Cenk, they killed a bunch of Americans that you really care about from your hometown, right? Now, because let's say it's Hamas, okay? Since Hamas did that, and they're just terrible people, and these guys you used to play softball with and kickball, you love these guys, right? And they killed them. So do you wanna go kill 17,000 of their children? I'd be like, are you a lunatic? Are you a serial killer? Why would I want to kill 17,000 of their children? Well, it's inconvenient to send in special forces and find out who actually did it. So we would just want to carpet bomb them with 2,000-pound bombs. And actually with some of them, we purposely want to murder their children. Are you signing up for that? I'd be like, no, I'm not signing up for that because I'm not a deeply, deeply immoral person. Whereas, honestly, all the Israeli supporters at this late date are like, yeah, whatever, who cares? They had it coming, human shields. Hamas made us do it. So we murdered them all because Hamas made us do it. No, Hamas didn't make you do it. You made that choice. And it's an evil choice. Okay, so that's the Israeli government. Last thing is on pro-choice, pro-life. Guys, if you're pro-choice, they say, then some on the right now flip it and go, well, if you're pro-choice, then why do you have a problem with Israel killing children? Are you crazy? Like, Pro-choice doesn't mean we like killing children. Guys, we don't think the zygote or the fetus is a child. If we thought it was a human independent child, nobody would be in favor of it. We don't think it's a child. You, on the other hand, think the zygote, the fetus, is a child, and that child is a child, right? So like you, under your logic, you have to protect all of them because you think they're all kids. I get it, I respect that. I don't agree with it, but I respect it and I get it. So if you say, yes, the unborn children are super important, but the born children are irrelevant. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense at all. And that's what Dave Smith is pointing out. And that's why he was right, and he easily won that debate. But now at this point, being an Israeli supporter, at this point when everyone sees the ethnic cleansing, everyone sees the genocide. I mean, look, Gaza looks like Stalingrad. It looks worse than Stalingrad after the Germans obliterated Stalingrad. So you could tell us, don't believe your lying eyes and ears. No, Epstein had no clients. Israel didn't destroy Gaza. Hamas made us do it with their human shields. You could have any zombified propaganda you like, but no one else on earth believes you anymore. Because if you're an Israeli supporter of this genocide, you're beginning to look like a raging lunatic. Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.